And it's not power, it's control. Because after her latest win, a quiet Japanese grappling specialist didn't ask for attention. She didn't hype herself. She didn't talk about knockouts. She looked straight ahead and said, "Dakota, I'm coming for your crown." And when a wrestler says that, they're not promising damage, they're promising ownership.
実際にやってみて、ジュリー選手の体の強さだったりとか、フィジカルの強さすごく感じたし、やっぱりランキングに入ってる選手はレベルが高いなっていうのはすごい感じた試合でした。でも、私も体は小さいですけど、それでもやっぱり戦えるっていう。
This is the moment. No shouting, no disrespect, just Chihiro Sawada, fresh off another win, calmly stating her intention. That's not trash talk, that's a timeline. Chihiro Sawada is not a striker, she's not flashy, and she doesn't chase viral moments. She's a problem builder, Japanese MMA fighter, former elite amateur wrestler, trained under Megumi Fuji, one of the most feared grapplers in women's MMA history. Professional record, 11-1-1, competes in 1 championships atomweight division. Sawada doesn't overwhelm you with speed, she overwhelms you with inevitability.
Hop into the guard of Salcedo. That's where Salcedo was so tough. Wow, the mouthpiece is out. Wow. Sawada chaining things together.
A unanimous decision. Chihiro Sawada.
January 23rd, 2026, 1 Fight Night 39. Chihiro Sawada versus Natalie Salcedo. No risk, no chaos, just control takedowns. Top pressure. Ground and pound unanimous decision. That win pushed her record to 11-1-1, and more importantly, it reinforced her identity. Sawada started as a wrestler long before MMA national championships in Japan, years of mat dominance, and a mindset built around wearing people down. She's a former Shudo women's atomweight champion. She didn't enter one championship to survive. She entered to own rounds, and fighters like that don't fear strikers, they schedule them. Stop. Dakota Ditcheva is everything. Sawada isn't 15-0 undefeated PFL women's flyweight world champion, Muay Thai specialist, elite distance control, clinch knees that break bodies. Dakota wins by keeping fights clean. Sawada wins by making them ugly. That's the conflict. This isn't striker versus striker. This is takedowns versus timing, top pressure versus posture, ground and pound versus clinch knees. Dakota needs space. Sawada removes it. Once Sawada locks her hands, there's no highlight, no escape, just minutes disappearing. And undefeated strikers hate one thing more than power, being stuck. Let's be honest, if they fought tomorrow under MMA rules, Dakota Ditcheva would be the betting favorite. Her damage is real, her confidence is earned. But Chihiro Sawada isn't calling her out because she thinks Dakota is weak. She's calling her out because grapplers believe one thing: everyone looks human on the ground. Chihiro Sawada doesn't promise knockouts, she promises control, and that's why her warning feels different. Dakota Ditcheva is still the queen, still undefeated, still dangerous. But if this fight ever happens, it won't be about who hits harder. It'll be about who decides where the fight lives. Drop your take. Does Sawada's grappling expose Dakota, or does Dakota's violence end the threat early?
An attack that hits.
Oh, massive head kick. She's out. Xi Ming with a huge knockout. Massive impact. Right leg, shin on chin. Dr. Sleep in the building.
Dr. Sleep, I like it.
Stop scrolling because Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated PFL queen, just got threatened by someone MMA fans are not ready for. Not a hype striker, not a loud trash talker, not a clout chaser, but a UFC fighter nicknamed Dr. Woman who heals people by day and knocks people unconscious by night. Her name? Fucking Ming. And her message to Dakota Ditcheva was cold, calm, and terrifying. Dakota, you're the best fighter in PFL history, the best striker. But I'm a killer, I'm more powerful than you, and I'm coming for you soon. That wasn't trash talk, that was a diagnosis.
非常的担心他，因为确实我的扫踢非常重，然后他确实他在地上。
Xi Ming isn't built like other fighters. Chinese UFC strawweight, Taekwondo base, catch wrestling specialist, licensed traditional Chinese medicine doctor. Her nickname isn't marketing. She's literally trained to read pain control nerves, understand damage and apply violence with precision. That combination? That's nightmare fuel.
And attack the hips.
Oh, massive head kick. She's out. Xi Ming with a huge knockout. Massive impact. Right.
November 23rd, 2024, road to UFC Finals 1, head kick, 1 moment, lights out. Xi Ming flatlined Feng Xiaocan with a devastating head kick KO, a finish that went viral across Asia and instantly earned her a UFC contract. That wasn't luck. That was timing, patience, and cruelty. She didn't rush. She waited. And when she fired, fight over Xi Ming. Pro record, 17-6, KO/T. KO wins 2 submissions, 6 decisions, 9. This isn't a brawler. This is a problem solver. She wins fights by wearing you down, breaking rhythm, mixing, grappling with sudden violence. And she's only been finished once in her entire career.
非常非常的担心他，因为确实我的扫踢非常重，然后他确实在地上。
Xi Ming didn't shout, didn't insult, didn't smile. She said, Dakota, you are the best fighter in PFL history, the best striker. But I'm a killer. I'm more powerful than you. I'm coming for you soon. That's not disrespect. That's certainty. She isn't chasing Dakota. She's timing her.
Santos is in She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again.
Ditcheva, 15-0, elite, Muay Thai, sniper, striking distance control, knockout precision. But here's the problem. Xi Ming doesn't fight at distance. She doesn't play range games. She closes space differently. Clinch entries, trip takedowns, sudden head kicks, catch wrestling scrambles. Dakota thrives when she can see you. Xi Ming attacks when you think you're safe. That's dangerous. This isn't just a call-out. This is UFC pressure fighter versus PFL knockout queen. China versus UK science versus violence, precision versus disruption. Xi Ming represents a system that doesn't respect hype. She respects outcomes and undefeated records. They motivate fighters like her. Dakota Ditcheva hasn't responded yet, but she heard it. Because when a woman who heals nerves and breaks bodies says, I'm coming for you, that's not promotion, that's a warning comment. Now Ditcheva, if precision survives, Xi Ming, if the doctor ends the hype, because in MMA power knocks you out, but knowledge breaks you down.
Yeah, I think.
And then who wins? Dakota versus Valentina.
You really make me say that. She's my favorite fighter, but come on.
Favorite fighter, number 1.
Yeah, she is. She's always been my favorite fighter, Valentina.
Wow.
Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, all time.
Have you ever told
I
her
just
this?
think like she's just like an MMA athlete. Like,
yeah.
What can she not do? Like, she can grapple. If she needs to win by grappling, she can do it. If she needs to strike, she can do it. Like, I mean, so many people thought she was going to get a belt taken off her by the French girl, Manon
Fiorot.
Oh, you said it quite well. Yeah, people wrote her off with that, and look what she did. She always finds a way to win. I think she's very, very clever.
Dakota F-King Ditcheva, and she just called out the queen of violence herself, Valentina Shevchenko. Let's be real. Everyone thought Dakota Ditcheva would jump ship to the UFC undefeated, violent, marketable British, a perfect Dana White signing. But what did she do instead? She re-signed with the PFL while throwing shade at the UFC by keeping her options wide open.
So in the post-fight interview, you announced that you had re-signed with the PFL. Congratulations. Are you happy with how everything turned out?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I am happy now in the end. It took a while. I mean, I fought last November, so it took a while for us to come to, something that was right for the both of us. But I'm happy now, just secured my future for me and my family.
And now she's gunning for the fight most UFC women won't even whisper about, Valentina Shevchenko, one of the most feared women in MMA history. This isn't just a crossover fight. This would be the first real PFL versus UFC women's super fight. But here's the truth. The UFC won't say out loud, Dakota is a threat, and not just to Valentina, to their entire flyweight division. Think about it, a young, undefeated blonde striker with serious KO power, and she's not under UFC control.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say Bellator has had Hawaii events.
Bellator could put on a fucking fight in the parking lot. Dude, I can't even believe you just said that. PFL could... You know PFL was here on Friday. Did anybody know that? You're the media guys. I didn't know till fucking Friday. They were selling tickets, buy two, get two free. I'm not busting on them. That's a fucking fact. They put out a memo, buy two, get two free. You're having a bad fucking week if those are the memos you're putting out.
Hey, Dana.
There were more people in my fucking green room tonight than there were at the fight.
Finally,
Wouldn't just be about belts, it would be about promotional pride. And that's why the UFC is staying silent. Let's talk about Valentina. She's a legend. No debate, but she's not untouchable anymore. Alexa Grasso exposed cracks. And Dakota? She's younger, hungrier, and she's not afraid to talk about it. Dakota's message is loud and clear. If Valentina's still on top when it happens, I'm in. That's a challenge, a warning, a threat, and maybe even a prophecy. Let's be honest, the UFC didn't want to lose Kayla Harrison. Now they're watching Dakota become the next breakout star, and she's doing it without them. If Dakota versus Valentina actually happens and the UFC loses on their own turf, it's game over for the narrative that UFC is the only elite league, and deep down, Dana knows